The injured dog hiding in a corner who changed everything. They were just driving past an old, abandoned building when something caught their eye. Tucked into the corner of the structure, nearly hidden from view, was a small, quiet dog. She wasn't barking or pacing. She was just lying there, curled up like she was trying to disappear. She didn't look aggressive. If anything, she looked lost. Her body was still, her eyes full of sadness. Someone brought out some cheese and water to see if she'd come closer. Slowly, she lifted her head. She didn't growl or snap, just stayed cautious. There was something in the way she looked at people, like she wanted to trust them, but wasn't sure if she could. It was clear she had been out there a while. The day was hot, and she looked like she hadn't eaten properly in days. Her body looked thin and tired. One leg seemed stiff, like it had been injured. Even then, she stayed quiet and calm. Something about her just pulled at the heart. No one wanted to leave her there. They gently coaxed her into a car and drove her to the emergency vet. At first, the exam didn't reveal anything too serious, but her movements seemed off and her behavior hinted at deeper pain. So they brought her home for the night to rest. They let her sleep outside on a little couch so she could have space and air. The next morning, she was still there, still quiet, still watching, but still holding on. They decided to name her Stella. The next day, she went back to the vet. That's when they finally learned the full story. Stella had a broken pelvis in multiple spots. On top of that, her body was struggling to go to the bathroom. Her digestive system was backed up and she was in serious pain. She needed help right away, real medical care and time to heal. It was more than they expected, but they didn't back down. They took her home again, this time knowing she couldn't walk or even stand on her own. She had to be carried outside. Every bathroom break meant lifting her gently and helping her stay upright. It wasn't easy, but she never fought back. She accepted the help, like she somehow knew she was safe now. For weeks, Stella shuffled slowly through the house. She wore a cone, hobbled around corners, and rested for most of the day. Her rescuer had never owned a dog before, especially not one this injured. But he did everything he could, and Stella responded, not with loud excitement, but with soft signs. A look, a wag, a tiny movement closer than the day before. Then came her first walk. It was short, just a few steps, but she moved forward without help. Her body was still healing, but her spirit was stronger. With every small walk, her legs got better. Her eyes got brighter. Her tail wagged more. She started showing who she really was. Eventually, the cone came off. She could stand up on her own. She began to explore the yard like it was her kingdom. And bit by bit, her rescuers started realizing this wasn't temporary. Stella belonged here, with him, in this house, in this life. He decided to keep her, and she became his shadow. Now, Stella follows him from room to room. It's like she's attached to him by an invisible leash. Wherever he goes, she's close behind. Not in the way, just nearby, always watching, always close. And for someone who never expected to have a dog, it's hard to imagine life without her now. Stella has become more than just a pet. She's family. She's the dog that made him slow down, pay attention, and open up in ways he didn't expect. She's calm, loyal, and endlessly grateful. Every little thing she does, whether it's a nudge for attention or curling up at his feet, feels like a thank you. And the idea that pit bulls are mean or aggressive, Stella proves that wrong every day. She's soft. She's gentle. She's trusting in a way that shows real strength. Even after everything she's been through, she chooses love. Stella's story isn't about big dramatic moments. It's about small ones that built trust, one day at a time. A bowl of water, a slow walk, a quiet nap. These little things brought her back to life. And in return, she gave her person something even bigger, a bond that can't be replaced. She came from a hard place, but she never gave up. And now, she's living a life full of safety, love, and peace. If this story touched you, give it a like. Even sharing it helps more animals find love.